after 68 years, the Maharaja Air India is back on Tata's runway, and we have a very special guest today who will be speaking with us about this. The one, in fact, I'd say, who held the reins of the whole disinvestment process of Air India. I'm joined by Secretary Deepam, Mr. Tuhin Kantapande. Thank you, sir, for joining us on Business Today Television. It's a pleasure to have you here, and well, the sale is here, so finally, I think I'd use the word finally because after repeated efforts of the government, Air India is going to go back to Tata's. While the announcement has been done today, when is the formal handover supposed to take place?
Well, we expect that the deal will be closed by December. Because there are certain procedures which have to do after the signing, share purchase agreement signing. There are a whole lot of approvals are required from the bidder side and also from the company side, and also some of the obligations that the government has to do. And final balance sheet after the closing, after the condition precedents are met. And then, of course, closing, which means that the consideration amount as well as, handing over.
Right. Sir, how has this sale been different from other such sales if we talk about the structuring part specifically?
I think this has been one of the most complex transactions, primarily because Air India has been extremely difficult organization in terms of its balance sheet, with 70,000 crore plus of accumulated losses, with 94% of government guaranteed debt, with minus 44,000 crore of net worth, and with the requirement of 20 crores per day from the taxpayers' money just to cover the losses. Obviously, the growth of enterprises cannot take place under this circumstance. The aircraft's maintenance has been hit. There have been several other issues which have come up, and a lot of uncertainties on suppliers and vendors, on even for payment for the fuel, for example. So I think taking into that consideration, what was required was also actually resizing the balance sheet. In order to do that, we had to actually change the bidding construct to the enterprise value, because practically the equity value is not there. Right. If you say you have minus 44 net worth, minus 44,000 crore. So it's like, deeply negative net worth. So obviously, equity value consideration would not have at all come. And the only way was to actually find out what is the bid value of the market value of the debt and equity put together. Right. And having have done it, now we have an idea that 15,300 of debt can be accommodated, and therefore the balance debt we can take it out, and the company can start with a fresh slate.
Right. So the balance that you just mentioned, which is around about 46,000 crore, what happens to that? Is that going to be taken care by the government?
Yes, of course. It will be taken care of technically by the AIHL, but AIHL doesn't have any business of its own. It's an SPV done precisely to house the excess liabilities and excess non-core assets of the Air India, so that eventually, net basis, whatever has to be done and paid out, and the government has to pay, because it's government guaranteed after all.
So that's still a majority of debt that the government will be taking care of. Of course, it's going to be transitioned to that platform that you're talking about.
Of course, because the Air India just did not have any debt servicing capacity left long ago.
Right.
It's actually the losses which are being funded. So the debt was being taken only to fund the losses, and more debt was taken only to fund next year losses, and more debt was taken for the next year, another year's losses, and everything was guaranteed. So practically there are no assets being created, but only the debt is being funded. So it's not there.
Right.
So the money is not there. The underlying assets are not there.
Right. So in total, what is the liability that government will be taking care of in terms of, if I also talk about the medical obligation and the pension and any other such incentives of the employees?
Now, the liabilities, the employees will be taken care of by the company. what we have said at the new bidder, that the new acquirer will not actually, do any, I mean, there will be no job losses for the existing employees for a year. And going forward in the next year also, that means year following also, you would have, in case something has to be separated, there has to be a VRS of a certain
Right.
kind. And the liabilities which the EPFO, whatever if there is a deficit in the EPFO thing, because we are transferring from the trust which are there in the provident fund money which is there to the EPFO,
Right.
and in the process of transfer, if there is a balance deficit which is there, that we have agreed to assure them to fund. We have also said that 1,322 crores of JDC areas which are pending for a long time, that will be also cleared, and medical benefits for the retired employees will also be borne by the government.
Right. So, keeping aside the technical aspect, this is in fact for our audience. Air India has this very emotional connect with the people of India. It's this homegrown brand, and they're attached to it. Is the government going to do something to keep that conventional sentiment value intact?
Of course it is. The brands are going along with Air India. So we are not retaining any brand and separately selling it.
Right.
It's a part of the deal. So it goes there. Air India flies as Air India. I mean, of course, the flexibility is there with the Tatas, what to do with the brands. But we have put a condition that 5 years there will be no, within 5 years there cannot be any transfer out, except within the group, because
Right.
they can use it the way they like. And subsequent to that, if they choose to transfer, it can be only to the Indian entities, not foreign entities.
Right. Okay. Sir, of course, we are during this time post Air India, we are closer to the disinvestment target. BPCL is next big on agenda, but there have been reports saying that there's some kind of minor delay. Is the process on track, if I have to hear it directly from you?
The process has been on track. There have been, certainly there have been minor delay because of several factors, and COVID is one of them, a very important factor. And it's a very big, large assets again, and it needs a lot of due diligence process. But now I think the COVID risk is receding, and already there is, and in Air India also we have shown that the due diligence can be conducted while we have this issue, and I think foreign flights are also resuming.
Right.
So we hope to pursue it and conclude it.
So by when can we see BPCL also see?
We are looking for this financial year, as announced by Finance Minister and in the budget speech.